Hello everyone and welcome back to TradeSmart AI, the channel where I build and test objective, rules-based strategies for TradingView using the power of AI tools like ChatGPT. Now, if you've been in the trading game for long enough, you know one harsh truth. Most indicators pretend to be predictive, but they are just lagging trend followers in disguise. They all promise to show you the future, but end up reacting to price after the move has already happened. After years of frustration testing so-called predictive tools, I finally found one that actually lives up to the name. Well, at least that's what the creator of today's strategy said, so based on that I had to take a look. In today's video I'm going to show you an indicator and strategy that supposedly doesn't wait for price to move, it calculates where price is mathematically most likely to go next using advanced wave patterns and momentum cycles. The indicator we are talking about is the Voss Predictor by Immortal Freedom, a powerful TradingView tool built on the work of John Ehlers, combining signal processing with real-time market forecast. To make the strategy even better, we will add a confirmation system using trend alignment to filter out false signals. For this we are going to use the super trend. In today's video, first I will show you the complete strategy with all the indicators needed. Next I will show you the best TradingView settings I found for this strategy for the BTCUSDT 1 hour chart. I will also show you the parameter setups recommended by the creator of the strategy for different markets like Forex, crypto, gold and stocks. And as he didn't show any backtest results, we will test these versions of the strategy on the latest market data. Finally, I will show you the strategy ranking spreadsheet to find out how good this strategy is compared to all the other I've tested so far here on TradeSmart AI. By the way, if you are tired of spending hours testing random strategies that barely break even, I offer custom optimization and strategy coding in my Patreon shop. You will find all the links to that down in the description. So without wasting any more time, let's dive right in and explore what might be one of the most predictive indicators on TradingView. Okay, now let's see the Voss Predictor strategy. First I will show you my optimized settings and my optimized strategy version. Then I will show you the results with the recommended settings by the original strategy creator for crypto, Forex, gold and his basic settings. First let's see my optimized version. My optimized version is made for the BTCUSDT Binance chart for the 1 hour time frame. Now open up the indicators tab and let's add our indicators. For this strategy we will only need 2 indicators. For the trend confirmation we are using the super trend, one of my favorite indicators. Add this one by Kievan Ozbilgic. And then type in Voss Predictor. Add this one by Immortal Free. Now we got the indicators needed on the chart, but we need to change some settings. First open up our trend filter, the super trend indicator. Set its ATR period to 150, the source to HL2 and the ATR multiplier to 11. You can go over to the styles tab and remove the buy and sell signals, because we are not using the super trend as an entry signal indicator. We just want to see its red and green lines. For the VPF or Voss Predictor, leave the source at close, set the bandpass period to 110, the bandwidth to 1 and the bars of prediction to 2. Correlation control will be at synchronized and the period is 60. Now here you can see the complete strategy script I coded. Here you can set up everything needed for this strategy. And for stop loss we are going to use the latest swing low swing high stop loss and a simple risk to reward ratio take profit level, which you can see here. The strategy is optimized as a long only strategy because trading shorts on Bitcoin usually doesn't generate good results. Now let's see the entry and exit rules. The creator of the strategy told that a valid entry signal is when we get a bright green color from the Voss Predictor like this one. I don't know if you can see the difference in color between this green dot and this green dot, but this is slightly brighter. However, I coded the strategy in a way that it allows trades even when the green dot is less brighter with just one color. So for a valid long entry, first you need to see that on the VPF the green line is above the white line and it prints a bright green dot. These color dots are not valid entries, but these are. Besides that, for a valid long entry the super trend needs to be green, which is the case here, so this is a valid long entry signal. For stop loss, my optimized strategy uses the lowest point of the last 3 candles. So let's see where that is. So this is the entry signal candle, so 1 candle, 2 candle and 3 candle. The stop loss will be placed at the lowest point of this candle, because this was the lowest out of these 3 candles. The take profit level will be a 1 to 3.5 risk to reward ratio. And that is around there. Now let's see how this trade plays out. Unfortunately, at the beginning, this trade started going into our desired direction, managed to get halfway through, but then it turned around and at the end it hit the stop loss. So if you want to optimize this strategy or even improve this strategy, you can include something like move stop loss to break even if the half point is reached. This is usually a good position management method. Or you can use a trading stop loss using the super trend. Now my optimized version is long only, so let's see another example, then I will show you the backtest results. Okay, here we have another very long entry right here. The super trend is green, which means we are allowed to take a long entry if the subrest gives a buy signal. From the subrest we need to see a bright green dot like this one, but again keep in mind there is an even brighter color green, I think this one. But for me this was enough. And third, the green colored line needs to be above the white colored line. On this candle all of those three conditions are met, so we can enter into a long position. Stop loss will be placed at the lowest point of the last three candles, so let's see where is that. 1, 2 and 3. Lowest point of these three candles will be this one. For take profit we are using a 1 to 3.5 risk to reward ratio, which will be somewhere around here. And as you can see, luckily this trade was a winner. So now let's see the backtest results. We are backtesting my optimized version of this strategy on the BTCUSDT 1 hour chart. This is the strategy script we are using for backtesting. You will get access to this for free. I will explain how later in the video. And this is the properties tab. This time we are using a 1 million initial capital, but you can set it to 10,000. It will work the same with that initial capital too. And now we are using an 80% of equity on each entry. I usually don't use this method, but with this strategy optimization, this seems to give the best results. For commission, we are using 0.1%, but at some crypto brokers, you can get as low as 0.05, and the slippage is set to 2 ticks. Now let's see the results. The strategy was optimized for the last 4 years, starting from 2021, the 1st of January, until 2025, the 1st of January. I am leaving 6 months of out-of-sample data. We will take a look on that a bit later. Let's generate the results. And on these 4 years, the strategy took 199 trades, generated 300% net profit with 26% maximum drawdown, and a 1.7 profit factor. Here are the performance metrics, the trade analysis, and the risk performance ratios. This equity curve is not the best what I've seen, but it outperformed the buy and hold, which you can see with this blue line right here. So this strategy potentially could be a good one. Now let's see how it performs after the optimization date range, because as I always tell you, checking only the optimization range for which the strategy was optimized for is not ideal, because you can easily over-optimize or overfit a strategy, which will lead you to lose money after the optimization date. That's why I always leave around half a year out of sample window, so we can check how the strategy performs on price data that the strategy is not optimized for. Let's see. I will change the start date to 2025, 1st of January, and the end date to the latest available date, the 23rd of July. Let's see the results. And look at that. The strategy took 22 trades in this half-year period. It generated only 13% net profit, which is not bad, but I don't think it's enough for me, with a 7% maximum drawdown, which is pretty low. The profit factor is 1.6, that's also good. However, if you look at the buy and hold equity curve, this time the buy and hold outperformed the strategy, but on the long run, the strategy might be performing better, who knows. And now, before I show you how you can get access to this strategy script for free and show you the strategy ranking spreadsheet, let's take a look on the other versions of the strategy with the settings that was recommended by the creator of the strategy. I already set up those settings, so first let's see his recommended settings for Forex. These were his recommended settings. Make sure to take a deep look if you want to try them out. And in the properties tab, I set up 100,000 initial capital with 100,000 order size on each entry, a 3.5 commission per contract, and a 20 tick slippage. Now, of course, we have to switch to the Forex pair we are going to test, which will be Euro USD. Now let's check each time frame and see if we can find a good one. Let's start from the 5 minute. I will enable the script. And we will see the backtest results for the latest 20,000 candles. On the 5 minute, the latest 20,000 candles are from April 20 till July 25. but it doesn't worth taking a look, it just goes down straight. What about the 10-minute chart? The case is the same. 15-minute, it's the same. 30-minute, the same. 1 hour, that's the same. 2 hour is the same. 4 hour is the same. Now for this Forex setup, which was recommended by the video creator, I won't use any commission, just a 5-tick slippage. But of course in real trading, that is not possible. Let's see the results, starting from the 5-minute. And here are the results. It is not profitable on the 5-minute, on the last 20,000 candles. On the 10-minute, it is starting to get better, almost at break-even. On the 15-minute, still around at the break-even. 30-minute. 30-minute is a bit worse than break-even, 0.88 profit factor. On the 1 hour, now on the 1 hour it is profitable on the last 20,000 candles, but 4% net profit in the last around 3 years is pretty low. What about the 2 hour? Break-even. 4 hour, it's break-even. So it doesn't matter which time frame we are checking, his recommended Forex settings is just not good. The problem might be that I allow entries even when the bars are this green color and not the brightest green color, which should be the strongest, but I'm not sure. Once you get the strategy, try to modify the code and try with the bright color. Now let's see his recommended settings and the backtest results for gold, which is CUSD on Oanda. We will start again from the 5-minute. And for gold, these are his recommended settings. Take a look if you want to replicate them. And in the properties tab, I set up a 3.5 USD per contract fee, a $100,000 initial capital, and on each entry we are using that same initial capital to enter every trade. Now let's enable the script and let's see the results. Again, we are checking all of the time frames from 5-minute till 4 hour for the last 20,000 candles. On the 5-minute, the results are not good. On 10-minute, slightly better but still losing. 15-minute, better again but still losing. 30-minute, it's a bit worse and still losing. 1 hour, it's still losing. 2 hour, still losing. And the 4 hour is still losing. So the recommended settings for gold are not good either. Oh, I wanted to mention that I'm using a stop loss look back of 25 candles, because he didn't mention how many candles should we look back for the swing low, swing high stop loss. But I saw a few examples from his trades and I saw one that he used a 22 candle look back for the stop loss. So I decided to go with 25. And finally, let's see his recommended settings for crypto. Let's get back to BTCUSDT, Binance chart, 5-minute. And these were his recommended settings for crypto. Now in the properties tab, we are using 100,000 again for the initial capital and for the order size. The commission is 0.1% on each entry and exit, and the slippage is 2 ticks. Let me enable the script and let's see all the results from 5-minute till 4 hour. On the 5-minute chart, on the last 20,000 candles, it is not profitable. On the 10-minute, it is still not profitable. 15-minute, still not profitable. 30-minute, now we are getting somewhere, it is profitable, but the buy and hold was better. In the last 20,000 candles, the script took 200 trades, which is perfectly healthy, that's a good amount. 34% net profit and a 30% maximum drawdown with around a 1.1 profit factor. What about the 1 hour? Well, 1 hour is around break even, so let's see the 2 hour. 2 hour now is nice, profitable, but the buy and hold equity curve is much better. If I remove the buy and hold equity curve, look how beautiful its uptrend is. So I think this strategy might be good if you try to optimize it for the 2 hour. Keep in mind my optimization was for the 1 hour. From the 1st of January 2020, it took 177 trades, generated 270% net profit with 25% maximum drawdown and almost a 1.5 profit factor. And finally, let's see the 4 hour. The 4 hour is also profitable, but again, the buy and hold outperforms it. The profit factor is a bit higher, 1.55, but the drawdown is also higher, 39%, and the net profit is also higher, almost 400%. So his recommended crypto settings seems to be working pretty good, but not better than the buy and hold. And now we went over all of his recommended settings, and at the beginning we went over my optimized settings. Now let's see how you can get access to this strategy script for free. Keep in mind, after you put it on your chart, make sure to use the correct parameter settings. These are my optimized settings for the BTCUSDT 1 hour chart with these properties tab settings. So if you want to get access to the strategy script, just go down into the description. You will find there a Google Drive link. Click on that link. It will lead you to the strategy script. Copy the strategy script. Come back to TradingView. Click on the Pine Editor down here. Click here. Then go to Create New and Strategy. Highlight everything here. Delete it. Paste the strategy code right here. And finally click on Add to Chart. If you've done that correctly, the script should be added to your chart like here. The script will look like this. So now let's close out the video by checking out the strategy ranking spreadsheet and let's see where my optimized version of this strategy ranks. And that wraps up today's breakdown of the Voss Predictor system. Have you tested the Voss Predictor before? Do you think it lives up to the hype? Drop a comment below, I would love to hear your thoughts. If you found this strategy useful, make sure to give the video a like and hit the subscribe button to stay updated on future releases. If you are looking for private strategy coding or strategy optimization, visit my Patreon shop. Or if you are a more serious algorithmic trader and want to try out my best highly customizable premium strategy scripts with 50+ optimizations released for them that can be turned into automated trading bots, check out my Patreon and become a Smart Trader tier member. Want to see how my most advanced strategies perform? Check out this video. Or if you're looking for another simple TradingView strategy script, click on this one right here. As always, thank you all for watching, have an amazing day, and until next time, trade smart.